You are listening to Girls in Low Places, the podcast that asks country artists what only British girls can. I've crawled across the table to Riley Green.
Hey, what kind of show is this?
Flash Tucker Wetmore.
That was you!
And yapped away with Carly Pearce.
To get married and divorced in a year, that is legit country.
And sometimes we just have a good old yap with British icons you wouldn't expect were country fans. So listen to Girls in Low Places wherever you get your podcasts. My girls in low places, I am joined here today by a tastemaker power couple. Give a warm welcome to Jack Saunders and Ash Smith. I'm so excited to talk to you both because you both are coming from like different angles. Obviously, you're coming from like the music angle, doing the Radio 1 New Music Show.
Yeah.
A bit of a rockier start you on Kerrang and things like that, that sort of influence with country. But also Ash is Texan.
How do you know she's Texan?
It's my boots, isn't it?
Well, also you asked to use the potty.
Oh, yeah.
That gave it away.
Is that a Texas word? Toilet.
What is like the biggest something that we all as British people think about Texas that isn't true?
I mean, there is a lot of true things, though. I mean, I love barbecue. I used to love my whiskey. Yeah, I mean, I know how to line dance.
Is everything bigger?
Everything is bigger. The portions of the meal, the parking lots.
The men.
Excuse me?
There's some skinny men up in there. I dated
Excuse
some.
me? I'm sat right here.
Oh, the men, yeah.
You guys are married.
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to say your Vegas wedding has a real country aesthetic to it, actually, I would say. It's very
Actually,
cutesy.
didn't it?
Very like Nashville cult vibes. Like, I don't know. It's very Casey Musgraves kind of in its own way. I loved it. I love to see it. Growing up in Texas, would you say that you really leaned into liking country music, or did you kind of rebel against it?
I didn't appreciate Southern country culture until I moved out of Texas.
Oh.
And everybody's like, oh, you're from Texas? Where's your accent? Where's your cowboy boots? Like, did you ride a horse? Like, what kind of food do you eat? Like, they were so excited by it that I played into it. I was like, oh, you want me to cosplay as the Texas girl? All right, whatever.
But British girls do that the other way round. When I go to America, I'm like, good day to you. And I have to eat with the Queen. Like,
if it works, it works.
It does work.
I was more punk than country growing up, but I actually had this I had this interesting experience where I was being paid to organize records for this guy who had this huge collection of records. And I went through the country sections, like old country music, and I started to realize that country music is kind of like punk music in a way.
Look, there are so many fusions going on right now.
Yeah, it's like you say punk or outlaw.
Uh-huh.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? I feel like, Jack, you're going to have some insight on this. I feel a lot of rock bands are now doing maybe like a country spin-off, or they're getting there's like heavy metal stuff going on where they get a country artist to like sing the melody and then they do like the like, I know that Bill Murray just did something. That's good knowledge from me, I feel.
That is good knowledge from you, actually.
Yeah, got that from a boy I shagged. But there's so many like rock things going on. What's your thoughts on all that?
Well, I just think, listening to what you guys were saying there, I think it's really like any culture across the board, you know. I think you want what you don't have, essentially, you know. So from our perspective over here in the UK, country music feels like this kind of new, cool sound that we don't usually have. You can embody being something that you kind of...
It's escapism.
Yeah, can escape to and sort of be, you know. Whereas for you, Ash, that was your... you know, kind of like a big part of your life and growing up. And so it doesn't have that same appeal. Whereas, you know, for you, another style that maybe you couldn't have feels like it has that really, really big appeal.
I was really into English music, actually. Like, I was really into Dizzy Rascal. And
Dizzy Rascal?
Yeah, in high school, literally just being like, yeah, Dizzy Rascal, and like looking up all these...
What's up, darling?
Yeah, in Texas, high school.
I started talking about Dizzy Rascal, sorry, I know this is a country music podcast, but I started talking about Dizzy Rascal, Boy in the Corner, as like this like really cult British thing. She's like, yeah, I was listening to that like before you were.
2007, literally, it was just
literally.
like got bumping hard, Dizzy Rascal.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I was just into anything that wasn't the norm, you know. I really like did some digging. I liked the underground, and for
it's
Texas,
your escape. That's your escapism,
Yeah.
which is I think what is a lot of people like. If I'm in the middle of London and I turn on like I don't know whatever it might be, Morgan One or whatever, it just does make me just like lift out of myself and I'm somewhere else. And I think that's the same thing.
But I think as well, and we talk about this a lot on the show, regardless of what style of music you're making, the music has to really speak from the soul and to a person and validate how someone is feeling. That makes a great song in part. There are obviously other things as well, and I think country music does that really, really well. You know, it's that kind of, in its kind of most basic box sense, it is that kind of sad guy on his porch on a kind of rock back chair, strumming the guitar, just kind of working out the chords while he's like kind of talking about the breakup or the hardships of his life. You know, we had exactly the same in indie music back in the early noughties. You know, it was just a load of sad boys talking about how difficult it was to be young and what it was like to be young and growing up and stuff. But it's that relatability and that. But country music does have that kind of special kind of soul to it.
It's sort of, I like it because it's so literal, and I think if you know, sometimes with other sadder or sad genres with sad boy country, what I like about it is that you really know exactly where that person is. They paint a very literal picture. If you're a literal listener and you don't like anything too like metaphorical, it's a really easy listen to be like, okay, I know exactly where that person's at. Okay, right, I relate, or like I can know someone who can relate. So yeah. Have you interviewed any country stars that stick out to you?
So I spoke to Waylon Wyatt recently.
He's so cool.
He's very cool.
Like, I think he's like 19. He's already played Red Rocks. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Whoa.
wild.
So he did the garage in Islington over here, which is like, I don't know, sort of 6, 7, maybe 600 capacity venue. So it's not like the biggest venue in the world, but you can tell when someone is going there just really by kind of sort of the feral level of the fans. They were sort of a good healthy 8, so it felt good for him.
Dang,
Felt really
that's
good.
good.
But the great thing about it, so we met him backstage before his show. Just kind of sat down and chatted to him and got to know him, and I think this kind of world was very, very new to him. He was like, yes sir, yeah, that's right sir, that's right.
You love
that's
that.
sir,
You're getting all
and calling me sir and stuff. And I was like, oh no, like
Yes,
dude,
sir.
I'm just Jack, you know, just like we're hanging out or whatever. He's like,
know.
okay sir, I
That's the
understand
southern
sir.
thing to do, though.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
I shouldn't be getting excited by a 19-year-old. That feels wrong. But I do like I like it. As you say, it's the escapism. It's like,
Yeah.
all the women are like, it's like a country love novels where like it's all kind of like, yes sir, yes ma'am. It's like, oh
I'm gonna take off my shirt and fix your truck.
yeah. Whereas you're like into British boys, whereas
Yeah.
like I'm into American dudes, because it's like completely juxtaposition
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like who we are.
It makes you feel like an experienced woman as well. You're like, oh, I'm from here, but I date men from this side of the world.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of exotic and fun.
That's interesting that you're finding them different to interview.
Yeah.
Have you got any like interview tips for me as like a new interviewer on the scene? You know, I'm winging it.
Yeah, so actually, to kind of, I guess to do that, how have you found it so far? What has been the most difficult part of the job for you so far?
Oh yeah, go on then. You struggle with energy levels. Yeah.
Oh,
I
interesting.
give a lot.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
I give a lot. I find listening and hearing what someone's saying and then also thinking about all the key points I've got to hit quite stressful. I also find like, it's about like knowing, essentially you think you know an artist before they sit down, but when they sit down, they're a stranger. And being able to connect with them and get the best out of them in a way that still discusses the music, but also brings out their personality can be quite like, it is a skill and it's something that I'm trying to hone. But I think it looks a lot easier than it is. That's what I would say.
The best thing to remember from my experience is that you don't know what their day's been like. You don't know how they've woken up this morning, what text messages they've sent, how they've interacted with people. So you don't know what kind of version of them you're going to get in here until you have them in here.
Yeah.
And at that point, when you start to kind of do that preamble with them before you go on, that's your chance to gauge how they're feeling and what they're up for and how you kind of dictate the flow of conversation. We've had artists in before who they just won't answer the question. I won't name names here. I had one artist, we got halfway through the interview and he went, "Why are you asking me so many questions?" Son, it's an interview.
That's the purpose of you being here.
It's an interview. What? So you
So
kind
sorry. What would you like me to do instead?
Yeah,
Do you want to ask
exactly.
me
Yeah.
questions?
I'll just go, shall I? But yeah, so you kind of got to gauge how their day's been essentially,
Yeah.
and go from there. Some artists really love it when you are just chatty with them, like we had Doja Cat on recently, and it's always really good just to see what they've been up to in their life. Doja, how's playing Fortnite? Oh my god, I love playing Fortnite. Fortnite's amazing. Da, 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 da. And all of a sudden, you go from that awkward barrier to relaxed. He's seen what I'm doing. He knows what I'm doing. I can trust
Yes.
him, and
Yeah.
you know, then you can flow into the kind of the bigger questions from there. So it is definitely the hardest part of the job, but it is without doubt the most rewarding and the most fun part of the job.
Yeah, no,
know?
absolutely. Who's been your favourite interview of all time?
I would say... Oh, do you have an answer for this?
No, I'm actually curious. I'm like, that's a good question.
I would say Bon Iver.
Oh, why?
Bon Iver is, or Justin, as I now know him.
BFFs.
No, everyone calls him Justin. It's fine. So Justin is a wonderful human being. He is so warm and so giving with his time. And even if you as an interviewer felt a little bit nervous chatting to him, he would make you feel at ease. He would speak to you and be like, how has your day been? So that was a wonderful thing. First off, he was interested, and that instantly relaxes you. But he's just so knowledgeable and so at one with his soul that you can go to those places and he'll give you these wonderful, wonderful answers. But he's also just like a dude. So he just likes drinking beer and like basketball, and those are like two of my three favorite things.
Yeah,
love it. There was just a great hang, and those are the best ones. Not even like getting the clip or whatever it is. Like that's cool, but just the really good hangs.
That often creates the best stuff as well.
Creates
anyway.
the best stuff.
Yeah.
So he was unbelievably down to earth.
Amazing.
Just a really, really great chat.
Obviously, he has a great song with Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift, when this episode goes out, Taylor Swift's new album will have dropped. Yeah. Right now, it's tomorrow, which I'm on the edge of my seat, to be quite frank. I want to ask you, okay, as a new music connoisseur, and I feel like this might happen in your household, I don't know. I find Friday mornings very stressful. I'm not the new music connoisseur, I just want to clarify that. You're the new music connoisseur. But I find Friday mornings really stressful. All the new music comes out, and I feel like, what if you're busy or something happens, and then someone comes up to you and goes, well, have you heard the new Taylor Swift album? What are your thoughts? Are you sitting at home going, oh my God, got to listen to everything all at once?
No.
Do you get it early?
Most of the time, yeah. I have actually already listened to it before Friday.
Everybody's jaws are on
this
the floor.
This won't go anywhere. I won't talk to anyone. What are your thoughts? Because this will go out afterwards.
No, I can't say. Can I? Can I say?
You can say. You can say, because this is not going to go anywhere until next Thursday.
I mean, if I say, yeah.
Are you a Swiftie?
I like it.
Are you a Swiftie?
I'm not the biggest Swiftie in the whole entire world, but I appreciate how much. I appreciate the level of artistry that she goes to. And how she's so unrelenting. Obviously,
because Taylor's like started off in country, so like we do still think of her as like, you know, part of the country home. But obviously, she's gone so far away from it. I loved Folklore. I thought that was amazing because it felt like a return to some of the country roots. What are your thoughts
on Taylor Swift?
Just generally, yeah.
I mean, she just is an athlete of music. You know, like it's impressive. I think she's always on tour. She's always in the studio. And like, you just got to love that sort of work ethic for any person, musically or not.
I think you're right. I think if you're going to be the biggest artist in the world, you have to love what you do.
Yeah.
And you have to be unrelenting. I really like what you said there, athlete of music. That's such a good way to put it. Like you have to constantly be like training that muscle. You have to constantly be pushing that muscle and taking it to places that you've never been to before. That's how you become the greatest artist in the world. And, you know, people might go, oh God, another Taylor Swift record. But like, the fact of the matter is she connects and she makes people feel something on a global level. Who else does that? Beyonce?
And her fans, like that's dedication. I've met a lot of Swifties in my time, and those girls are dedicated. And like, that is so cool.
It's like a Marvel universe.
Yeah,
like
it
that's,
really is.
And she makes it like that. I mean, I do. My hands do go a bit like this. Like they grip this when you compare her to Beyonce. Because I'm like, Beyonce hasn't written a song maybe ever, you know, like with that feature. Yeah. So like I sort of do go, well, Taylor's written so much music, but like as a Texan girl, what did you think of Beyonce's country album?
I mean, the outfits are amazing.
The fits.
The outfits.
I mean, I really struggle with Western fashion. As a British girl, like I have to wear it a lot, and I always feel like I do it wrong. What do you think the girls are doing right, and what do you think the girls are doing wrong as a Texas girlie? When you see the British girls walking around to a Beyonce concert or something like that.
Ooh, that's tough. I think, like, for me at least, when it comes to Texas wear, I like it to look a little rugged. And I feel like here it looks a little costumey. Like, it's about, like, good leathers and, like, you know, so almost going for vintage for your Texas wear is a little bit better than going for like
A Boohoo or a Sheen.
yeah,
Or
exactly. I
Okay.
mean, I'll always say that, just sustainability and
I'm like,
all.
burn this.
Sorry.
No, the cow print is definitely something that I see all the time, and I wear it all the
love
time. But
cow
I'm like,
print.
but I don't think Texas girls wear cow print unless it's an actual cow they've just killed.
They don't as much. Maybe in a jacket form, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Cow print is amazing though. As a Texas girl, I do love cow print.
Okay, good.
But I also love cheetah print. I think I just love animal print.
Love cheetah print. I need to wear
think-
more cheetah print.
Strong women wear animal prints.
I know, but sometimes I
know?
just look really EastEnders, and I don't look like don't look country.
really
just like Pat
what?
Butcher.
Do you know what EastEnders is?
I think no.
Can I just say that we saw Shane Ritchie at the Opry 100 celebration the other day? Yeah, he's really good friends with Darius Rucker. He's actually a secret country fan.
Oh,
I know. Wouldn't have had that on my bingo card for Shane Ritchie.
EastEnders is a soap opera, like what the biggest.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of
biggest
like
soap
our
opera.
Dallas or our like. I don't
Oh, I
know,
love
what's it-
that.
We have a lot of UK country artists who are kind of trying to come up in the scene and compete with the American country artists. Some of them are really good, but I think it is an interesting thing of like trying to not be cosplaying as an artist and like making sure that you're singing about like actual British themes, but in a country way. What advice would you give to any new artist coming up? Like, how would you, to be seen, to be noticed, be recognized in what they're doing?
Yeah, the UK country thing's interesting, isn't it?
Very.
Because off the bat, off that question, I would say that authenticity is essential for anyone trying to be great at what they do. It has to come from. You okay, Dolly? You agree?
Shut up. This was really interesting.
Yeah, off the bat of that question, I'd say that authenticity is really important. And if you're going to be a UK country artist, I don't know if the two necessarily sort of marry in that way. Not saying you can't do it or be great at doing it. But I just think you need to understand what the culture is, and in order to be able to like bring it to life.
Yeah.
I know it might sound like a bit of a curveball, but someone like Fred again, for example.
Oh, yeah.
He
That well-known
works-
country
That
artist.
well-known country artist. But I'm going to use him more as an example of
Uh-huh.
like authenticity, where he might not have grown up in a world of rap music, but he at the moment, especially, he's like the go-to guy to bring UK rap to life. But that's because he's immersed himself in that world and understands the culture and its history and what it means and how to really bring the energy of it to life. I think we're kind of in an age of music making where someone sees something online, that thing is doing popular, and they go, I'm going to make that because that's going to make me popular, when in reality, you require your boots on the ground and yourself to understand what that culture really means in order for you to authentically
Yeah, like go to
do well.
Texas, go to the ranch,
Yeah.
go hang out with
Yeah.
the country people hitting banjos,
Well,
playing
that's what
on
Ed
the
Sheeran, I
jugs.
think, has gone and done. He's gone and spent some time in Nashville to like kind of infuse that sort of thing from him. I do think that like a lot of the UK artists do go to Nashville and do the work. I think for me, it's more about like, if you are from a farming community in Wales, sing about that. Like that is genuine country stuff.
Yeah.
Or like, I think it's when people talk about, it's when UK artists sing about whiskey a little bit too much. We love whiskey here.
Yeah.
Irish whiskey is something, but I don't think,
Sing about Jaeger bombs.
right? Sing about a Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
Just sing about
Chicken
stuff
wine.
Sing about chicken wine. Because, God, I'd love a glass of chicken wine right now.
That would really send this podcast off, wouldn't
I
it?
actually do see a lot of parallels with the country life out here and the
Yeah.
country life in Texas.
Yeah.
Even to the way that the green is here and the way that
Yeah.
the weather
No, I agree.
is sometimes.
There's a way to make it work.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting for that UK country artist who's going to be big, like
Yeah.
really break through that kind of stigma of being a UK country artist and just be an artist. I do want to talk about something that is very sad this week in the country news. Is that Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban have split up.
Oh, for God's sake.
I know.
Why bother,
Have you ever had anyone walk off in an interview?
No, luckily I haven't. Luckily I haven't.
I can now say I have. Wow.
That is really sad.
Yeah.
It is sad. It is really sad. You know, we love Keith. We love a love story. If there was one British artist you would actually like to see do a country album, who would it be and why?
Oh. You're going to say Dizzy Rascal.
And I would love to see
the only one that comes
it.
to mind right now. I was putting the hot seat. I was like, UK artist, UK artist. I just said Little Sims, but I just like I like a dichotomy, you know, doing stuff like working in an area where you're not supposed to be working or whatever, or like, you know, trying something so different that it's like an experiment. And sure, maybe the whole album will be a bit like, okay, but then there'll be those 1 or 2 songs in there where you're just like, yes.
I mean, we're getting quite a lot of trap beats and like Big X the Plug is doing a lot of things like Ella Langley, and I think that there is so many different subgenres in country right now that like we're getting a lot of that, as you say, like that kind of like I would never expect that person to be on that track with that person, and it feels like a really hot place for that to be happening right now. So, what are you thinking?
I don't know if I'm wrong on this, but it feels like Shabuzi's really done a great job at opening country music.
He has, yeah.
To like black music.
Yeah.
And that crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I interviewed him at Glastonbury this year. He's very insightful. Yeah, incredibly intelligent. That man is not in the position he's currently in by mistake. He's very good.
Yeah. Don't Need No Mix is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
like,
tune.
Drink Don't Need No Mix. Oh, it goes off. Yeah, really big fan of Shabuzi. Are you seeing country music? Obviously, you just said you interviewed him at Glastonbury. I mean, Glastonbury, what a great gig as a presenter. Jesus, that's like the peak. You've peaked. You've peaked, Jack.
Peaked.
You've peaked.
Well, no, I peaked today on this podcast. Is when I've peaked.
What are you seeing country music come like in more to like the festival ecosystem? Are you seeing it like come up in Glastonbury and things like that? Do you feel like they're welcoming it more?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think the fact that someone like Shabuzi performing at Glastonbury this year is a great example of that. Glastonbury are always great at opening their doors to all different kind of genres. I think it's going to take a bit more work from, you know, maybe like a Reading and Leeds perspective. Although I think they had Dasher on a couple of years ago.
Dasher, yeah.
So yeah, she's great. So that was a good move. But you know, watching Morgan Wallen do BST Hyde Park and stuff like that, I think that's more of a sign that British culture is very much in on country
We're
music.
in.
You know?
Do you think the pendulum is going to swing back? Do you think it's a fad?
No, I don't.
Me neither.
I don't think it is a fad. I think, you know, these things do pendulum in like mainstream popularity. That's just the nature of music, and that happens to all genres of music. But, you know, I think, like we were saying before, there's enough soul in this genre that people feel something from it and they want to keep it close. So, yeah, I think it's here to stay.
Good. I'm excited that you're saying that.
Thank God. Otherwise, this podcast would
we're going under.
Come on, keep going.
I'm going to play a little quickfire game. Who, out of the pair of you, would survive longer on a ranch?
Me, I think.
No way.
What? Why you?
I almost procreated on a ranch once.
What?
With you or with someone
When
else?
I was much younger.
That does not count.
So therefore, I would be able to.
Yeah, but like how many? Like I've ridden more horses.
He's
loads
ridden
of
more
horses.
women.
Clearly.
I've ridden
I don't
loads of
know.
horses.
What were you
Okay.
you had a tumble in the ranch hay
Yeah,
bales.
it actually was on top of like a giant stack of hay bales.
Was this in the UK?
No.
This is
It's
America.
in Wyoming.
You were in
America.
Wyoming on shagging on top of hay bales.
Yeah.
This is.
It's when I was younger.
I wasn't his first American girl, I
Oh.
guess.
Do you think you've got a thing for Americans?
Have I not told you that before?
Of course you have.
Yeah, I thought I had. Yeah.
It's just your story to tell, so I was about to butt in and start
Oh,
saying
okay.
it.
Sorry. Sorry. Have I got a thing for Americans?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so. Yeah.
He's like obsessed with
Even if
me.
I'm just finding that out now, I'm obsessed with her. So yeah, I'm going to say so.
Get yourself a guy that's obsessed with you.
Yes. No. You always have the guy has to always be a little bit more in love with you than you are with him. It's
I
just the
wouldn't
rules.
say that.
Just a
You
temp.
can't say that out loud.
Okay, we don't tell him.
We don't tell them that.
Thanks.
How did you meet? Oh.
Well, I had been following Ash on Instagram for like, I don't know, a year, something like that. She caught my eye.
As she would. As she would.
As she would. And then I just kind of one day was like, oh, just gonna do it. Just gonna message her.
So you slid in
So I slid in
to the DMs.
Did like a fire emoji or something.
fire emoji,
something
just something casual, just to kind of catch the eye type thing. And it took you a little while to kind of reply and warm up to replying, and then eventually the momentum started to get going a little bit, and then you and I just chatted for like 3 months straight, didn't we? We just FaceTimed for 3 months.
I remember the day that I finally gave it a chance. I was like just really fed up with Los Angeles boys, and I was like, you know what? What's the harm?
What is the harm?
What's the harm? And
See,
just
they're
being
not
like,
always bigger and better.
hey, what's going on?
Not in Los Angeles. Texas, though.
What's going on? Hot red-headed boy.
Oh yeah,
from,
I had the bright red hair at that point, so yeah.
From London. What's going on?
Do you think you've gone blonde because you're now with Ash? Is it?
Well, to be fair, the red hair was a direct response to breaking up with my ex. So, when you break up with someone, something's got to change. It's got to give. It was the hair colour. So.
And you were like sending like a red flare up into the sky.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, for whoever wants to be with me.
beacon.
Anyone.
And it worked.
Yeah, and it worked.
it
Yeah.
worked. I don't think I should be
saw
dyeing
you-
my hair red at this point. I'm
do
not sure
it.
that would work for me.
Redheads are hot.
Yeah.
Redheads are actually, a lot of people have always said that I should go like that kind of like Isla Fisher
Yeah.
sort of colour. But I
Would you do top and bottom or just?
Oh.
what? No, I'm not cool enough to do that.
Okay.
I could not do like what?
Or would
like
you match?
I think he's
Where
talking
are you
about
talking about?
downstairs.
Downstairs, yeah.
So you don't
They-
know
what do
what
they say
colour's
that-
going on
It's a
down
big
there.
question.
What do they
It's
say?
a
The
good question.
curtains match the drapes?
Did your
Yeah,
curtains
that's it.
match the drapes during that time?
Well, technically, yes.
He's a real
Because
redhead.
I am a natural redhead.
Yeah.
But no one ever believes me. So whenever someone goes, no, you're not, I have to go, oh, great. Now, if it's okay with you, I've got to take my trousers off and show you, basically.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
It's consensual, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm hopeful. We're coming off the back of Keith Urban and Nicole. I just want to know, what is your top tips for long distance couples?
I mean, one thing that we established very quickly on was communication. And we sent each other a lot of gifts in the mail.
Ooh.
Lots of creative ideas there. I once made him a teddy bear and then took all these sexy photos and then printed them out and then sent the teddy bear to him with all these sexy photos of me cuddling the teddy bear.
That was the first package you sent
That was
me.
the first package I sent him. Yeah, well, I mean, communication's a huge one. We would, I bought us VR goggles so that we could play video games together in this VR world. And we even tried to VR make out. It did not work because it just sends you into the head of the other person. So you're seeing their teeth and it's not really romantic, but you do what you gotta do.
You can see their teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit weird.
It's a bit weird. I mean, it's like cartoon teeth or whatever, but
It's like vampire.
Yeah.
Like kink.
But it's also, if someone were to walk into the room, they'd just see this.
And you would both be sectioned.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or should be, anyway.
yeah.
Oh,
Straight
I
to
love
the
that.
loony bin.
Let's lean into technology.
Yeah,
If you're
lean
gonna
into
do long
it.
distance, I think the one thing that we did was look, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And we've both got to put the effort in, because I don't think either of us, having been through the relationships we'd been through, were ready to go into something that felt like hard work again,
Yeah.
necessarily. And yeah, I know that might sound a bit contradictory,
we didn't want it to
6,000
be
miles away from each other, but
Yeah.
because both of us were putting in maximum effort,
Yeah.
it didn't feel as hard as it could have done.
Yeah.
And now you both live over here.
Yeah.
What's that switch been like then, now living with each other? Because you have a lot of independence when you've got that. I mean, there's loads of bad things about a long distance relationship, but there are good things that especially if you're very driven in your careers and you're doing different things, it keeps you busy, keeps the mystery. Now you're living together. What's that switch like?
I love it, honestly. I made the switch to move over here to be together because I knew this is
hard
going
for
to
you,
get
though.
so gushy. Because I knew it was going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I was I had no doubts in my mind that it was right. So, I'm getting teary. So it's honestly been amazing. I don't know if you have anything to say about it, but I've loved
If your love story was a country song, what would it be called?
6,500 miles to my heart.
Oh, we like that
Ooh,
one.
got some good ones in
dang.
there?
That's a good
Is that good?
one.
Yeah, I think it's a hit.
It's
I think
very
we got
much
it.
like if
Or-
there's a will, there's a way
or-
kind of thing.
But those country songs, like you were saying, that's just really literal. Virtual reality sex.
I found a UK red-headed man and I'm on my way.
That's my woman.
I actually don't think I've asked you guys, who are your favourite country artists? We've gone the whole thing without actually asking.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
One of the key questions.
If Jesus were to take form in front of me, I think it would be Dolly. Just saying. Who better? I mean,
Who better?
Who better? And then I really like Patsy Cline, Johnny Cash.
Yes.
I love Willie Nelson.
Yes.
He's from Texas. The Dixie Chicks.
The Dixie Chicks.
Just
the
the chicks
Chicks now.
I was obsessed growing up.
That song they sing after the whole Bush controversy and I'm Not Ready to Make Nice. That bridge in that song, it brings me to tears every time I hear it.
Yeah, they were really big to me growing up. I forgot about them for a little bit, and they recently just re-entered my listening sphere. But I like Ready to Run and Goodbye Earl. Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Who else? Do you know Roger Miller?
No. Talk to me.
Very old school, but typical kind of upbeat chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. It's very just singing about drinking.
About driving through Texas. When we went to visit Ash's family for the first time, we got in the car and we put the radio on. Wind flowing through your hair. There's a car upside down burning on the side of the highway. There's a couple running from the police on the other side. It was like
really
GTA
was.
or something. It was
really
mad.
was.
Yeah.
That's my favorite type of country music, is something where it's the whole world's on fire, but let's just get drunk and have a good old time, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, another one I found out was from Texas recently. Do you know who Jeannie C. Riley is?
No.
Her famous song is Harper Valley PTA.
Okay.
That song's really
See,
good.
I love this when we're getting proper niche, interesting tracks. But it obviously does give me anxiety when you say something and I'm like, shit, I don't know that and I'm the country
This is
girl.
old stuff.
But still, I want to ask the question. With you especially, but you as well, do you get anxiety if someone says a track and you don't know it?
I love music because of the way it makes me feel, and I know a lot about music and a lot of music, but I don't know everything. And I think anyone who pretends like they do also doesn't know everything about music.
And it's an opportunity to learn.
What?
Yeah, we're sponges.
Yeah.
We're
Literally,
sponges.
if you say something that I don't know, I'm like, oh no, who's that?
That's so cool.
And also because in the UK, we do have absolute radio country and we have smooth country, but generally speaking, we don't get that radio, that knowledge. We have to kind of go and seek it ourselves, and you have to go and find your subgenre, and you have to go and find what you like and things like that. So I'll sometimes know an album better than someone in America because I'll have listened to every single track 10 times because we don't get it on a normal radio play as much. But the niche tracks and the actual ones that are foundations in your culture, I might not know anything about at all. So it's really interesting to get those deeper cuts and be like, okay, or I'm going to go home and listen to all of them.
Part of this podcast.
Yeah.
Because there'll be people watching who also don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you get to ask the question.
Exactly. You should listen to that song because there's a lot of independent women in old school country music where they're talking about leaving their man or giving someone the finger for judging them. And, I just love that energy from women. As Dolly is a great example. She's just I'm me.
The amount of Dolly quotes that just you can apply to your everyday life and just be like, yes, don't worry about it because Dolly said this. What would Dolly do? What would Dolly do? That's why I named my dog Dolly, for God's sake. I do think when I interview Dolly Parton, I may just leave this earth and quit. And I say when because it's going to happen. At some point I'm going to have an interaction with Dolly
You
Parton.
better be quick.
I know. Don't be mean.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
She will live forever.
She will live forever. Maybe in VR.
Yeah.
Maybe we could snog her in VR. Is there one person, if you guys both had one person who you could interview and it would be I've peaked, that's it, I'm out, who would it be?
I think I've done mine already.
Who is it?
Alex Turner from Arctic Monkeys, or just Arctic Monkeys. I interviewed Matt and Alex from Arctic Monkeys.
Okay.
They're my favourite band.
Well, you can quit now.
Yeah, yeah, actually couldn't I? That's that. I'll pick another one though because that's too easy. Can they be dead?
Yeah, you sicko. Yeah.
Probably Kurt Cobain.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. There's a few unanswered questions there.
Freddie Mercury.
Another good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Who's yours? Oh, yours is Dolly.
Well, Dolly's alive.
Yeah.
For now.
I've got a big thing for
Jack.
Sorry.
Like
Oh,
Shania,
Shania.
I think
Yeah.
Shania commented on some stuff we did a couple of weeks ago, and I'm still kind of reeling off.
That's
that.
great though.
Yeah,
She knows you.
She does know me. She said I was fantastic, and I was thinking, yes, I have impressed her much. But I think she would be a big one for us. And obviously we would love to do Morgan Wallen. Like he doesn't do many interviews. A lot of them are satire. You know, here we go. But,
get there.
Yeah, we'll get. You know what? Get there. Get there.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to see more from the country scene, or what do you think like the country scene as the fans could be doing more of to like push this genre to like the forefront of UK culture more?
I think it perhaps sort of feels, and I think you were saying this earlier, I think it feels maybe a little gimmicky over here at the moment still. But I think when I think about K-pop, for example, I think that felt like that for a little while. But here I am, 9 weeks later, still announcing K-pop Demon Hunters and Golden as #1 on the official chart.
So there you go.
So, you know, people now take it very, very seriously. You know,
Yeah.
they're doing, anytime a K-pop artist band comes over, you know, it's the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or the O2, you know, it's the biggest
Yeah.
venues we've got,
Yeah.
essentially. So, yeah, I think it will happen.
Yeah. I saw Post Malone and Jelly Roll at Tottenham
Oh, yeah.
a week ago. What do
How
you think?
was that?
Yeah, it was really good. He didn't do as much country as I thought,
No.
but Post in general is like, he is an incredible performer. Like he really, and the crowd was sick. Tottenham's an interesting venue. Like it's obviously so difficult to get to. Bloody
Yeah, how
hell.
did you, in terms of the venue, did you enjoy the venue?
Yeah, I did enjoy the venue actually.
Yeah.
Why, do you have thoughts and feelings on
Oh,
it?
well, I saw Kendrick and SZA there, and I obviously love both of them. I think they're both brilliant. I just didn't think the venue quite did it justice.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Where would you have preferred to see them?
something with a roof on it.
You don't like a
Well, I
roofless...
just think that I think the sound escapes, and I think you lose the kind of
I agree.
big feeling of the performance. And they're both
bass.
excellent artists, but you know they're not a band, for example. So you've just got Kendrick, and yeah, there are dancers, but it's just so big and sparse, and it loses kind of the intensity of the performance a bit. So yeah,
Where is your favourite gig venue in London?
probably Brixton Academy or
I love
Seabright Arms
Oh, okay.
in East London.
I'm a baby.
Bethnal-
I don't
Bethnal
know
Green.
any.
That's Seabright Arms is a very, very well. It's basically the basement of a pub, but it's so sweaty and sticky and disgusting and like just. It's we were talking about feral levels earlier. It's always 10 out of 10 in there. It's great.
Okay, let's get feral there.
I have a problem with arenas with mean security because we already feel like cattle in this space. You got to be a little nice, and I would say at the O2 that the security's always been really sweet. So I'm into that. They've been
Okay.
nice to me. So I'm like,
Also, we have a good tip for that, which we realised, like if you go and like say, oh, I've hurt my back, I really need a seat. At
Oh.
the O2, once you've got a standing ticket, they generally
We went to see
give
Lady
you a seat.
Gaga on Monday, or last Monday
I
when this was
remember
going
that.
out, and it was all seated, and I rejoiced.
Okay, but hang on,
I was
hang on.
so happy at that.
I have a question about this because this is quite a big thing in the country scene, right? Obviously, a lot of the country scene for a long time has been the older crowd. And then it's kind of having a new, younger crowd come into it now. I'm in the middle. I feel like sometimes I really appreciate a seat. Sometimes I'm like rocking out, like, come on, I want to get like in the mix. What do you think of people who have got a seated seat, but they stand up at a seated gig somewhere like the O2 because they love the song,
Yeah.
and then people behind are getting annoyed because someone's standing up in front of them? But what's your politics? What's your crowd politics on
right.
that?
I think you're not allowed to get annoyed at a show.
Yeah, what's
like,
that all about?
Right.
you're just. I've been to so many shows where someone's like, "Why are you pushing me?" I'm like, "Why are you in the front? Like, go to the back. You don't be complaining at a concert.
At a gig.
Like,
You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, I mean, I get paying a lot of money for a seat, but you know, just
I think being 6'2", I've had
Yeah.
some good experience on this, and there have been plenty of times where people have been like, "Oh, just get out of my way, you lanky prick." Can I say prick on here?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Get out of my way, you lanky prick. And I'll be near the front. I'll be like, "You move,
Yeah.
you short idiot."
And
Like-
how does that go down?
it's every man for himself. You got to figure it out.
It is every man's for itself. It's one of those.
One person went, "You're standing in front of my wife," and I went, "Okay." And he went, "Oh, you want to take this outside then?" And my response was, "No, I
Okay.
want to watch this gig." And he went, okay. And that was that.
That was that.
Wow.
And it was just the most pointless, bizarre scenario ever. And it all turned into a mosh pit anyway.
Right.
And he took his wife out of there. So, like...
I don't know. I think people save up some like resentments and anger in their lives sometimes and then go to a gig and be like, right, who's ready to go?
Take it out on a tour.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Hi, my name's Ashley.
I'm Jack. And
and we're girls in low places.